Shedeur Sanders shocked by unlikely support. I've earned their trust. Now it's my time. The Cleveland Browns are a franchise forever chasing the ghost of success. Since their last NFL championship in 1964, the team has stumbled through decades of disappointment, quarterback controversies, and constant rebuilding. Yet, in 2025, amid a season already riddled with questions, one young name continues to dominate conversations in Cleveland and across the NFL: Shedeur Sanders. The rookie quarterback, son of Hall of Famer Deion "Primetime" Sanders, entered the league with sky-high expectations and just as many skeptics. Drafted in the 5th round by the Browns, many analysts wondered whether Shedeur's NFL career would be defined by his famous last name rather than his own talent. But in a stunning turn of events, Sanders has just received a massive boost of confidence from one of the most unlikely voices inside the Browns organization. A figure who once questioned his readiness has now gone all in on backing him. This twist not only validates Shedeur's relentless work ethic, but it also raises a new, electrifying question. Is it finally time for the Browns to hand the keys of the franchise to Shedeur Sanders? The shock of unexpected trust. When Shedeur addressed reporters after practice this week, his face carried the mix of humility and determination that has quickly endeared him to Cleveland fans. But his words carried something more powerful: shock. "I never saw this coming," Sanders admitted, "but it's a testament to the work I've put in. I've stayed focused, and now the trust is starting to show. It's my time to prove them right." That trust Sanders reference came from inside the Browns coaching staff, specifically from a senior figure who had previously expressed doubts about whether Shedeur was ready to handle the pressure of NFL defenses. Those doubts have been erased. According to sources close to the team, Sanders has turned heads not with flashy highlight reel plays in practice, but with the intangibles: his command in the huddle, his growing chemistry with teammates, and his ability to rebound from mistakes. The result? A coach who once kept him at arm's length is now one of his loudest advocates. Work ethic that silences doubters. Shedeur's NFL journey was never going to be easy. Unlike some top draft picks gifted with immediate starting roles, Sanders came into Cleveland buried on the depth chart behind a 40-year-old Joe Flacco and another rookie, Gabriel. Critics questioned whether Sanders was simply riding the hype train of being Deion's son. But instead of letting that chatter define him, Shedeur went to work. Teammates have described his preparation as relentless. Coaches have praised his poise and ability to process plays. And while he has yet to take a regular season snap, insiders say Sanders has quietly been one of the most improved players in the entire building. When asked about his progress, Sanders didn't boast. He doubled down on humility and hunger. "I've worked hard to get here," he said, "and I'm not stopping now. I'm going to make sure the trust they've shown in me isn't misplaced. This is just the beginning." For a franchise starved of leadership and accountability, those words hit home. Why the Browns need Shedeur now more than ever. Cleveland entered Week 3 at 0-2, staring at the daunting task of facing the Green Bay Packers, one of the NFC's elite teams who just added Micah Parsons to an already stacked roster. With Joe Flacco showing his age and Gabriel lacking experience, the Browns' quarterback room feels like a ticking time bomb. The offense has been uninspiring, the fans restless, and the calls for change growing louder each week. That's where Shedeur Sanders enters the equation. The Browns don't just need a quarterback, they need hope. They need someone who can energize the locker room and the city alike. Steve Harvey, the iconic comedian and lifelong Browns fan, recently said exactly that, begging the franchise not to waste Sanders' potential. The fact that Shedeur is now earning the trust of the very coaches who once doubted him could be the tipping point Cleveland has been waiting for. Sanders' mentality: "This is my time." The Browns may be hesitant to rush a rookie into action, but Shedeur is making it clear that he's ready, not just physically, but mentally. He knows the spotlight is on him. He knows the comparisons to his father will never go away. But instead of shrinking under the weight of expectations, Sanders is embracing the moment. "This is my time," he told reporters. "I've earned their trust. Now it's on me to keep working, to keep proving it, and to show everyone that I belong here. It's not bravado. It's not empty talk. It's the quiet confidence of a young man who has been preparing for this moment his entire life. The ripple effect across the NFL. Sanders' rise isn't just a Cleveland story, it's an NFL story. Around the league, scouts and analysts are starting to wonder if the Browns stumbled onto a hidden gem in the 5th round. Consider the context. Before the draft, Sanders reportedly turned down interest from the Baltimore Ravens because he wanted a clearer path to a starting role. That decision raised eyebrows at the time. Now, with Cleveland on the brink of a quarterback change, it looks like Shedeur's bet on himself might pay off. If he gets on the field and succeeds, it could reshape how NFL teams view him. Not as Deion's son, not as a late-round flyer, but as a legitimate franchise quarterback. The Browns' dilemma: stick or twist. For head coach Kevin Stefanski, the decision is looming larger every week. Does he ride it out with Flacco and hope the veteran steadies the ship? Or does he give Shedeur the reins and risk throwing him into the fire too soon? The upcoming schedule makes the choice even harder. After the Packers, the Browns face the Lions and then a trip to London against the Vikings. None of those games provide a soft landing for a rookie debut. But sometimes the NFL doesn't give you the perfect moment. Sometimes you have to create it. And right now, Shedeur Sanders might be the only player capable of creating that spark. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, Nick Sirianni defends Jalen Carter. While Sanders' rise dominates headlines in Cleveland, another rookie is making noise across the league and sparking a fiery debate of his own. Philadelphia Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni has gone on record defending his young defensive tackle Jalen Carter after Vic Fangio suggested Carter was still catching up to the NFL. Sirianni's response was as bold as it gets. "Let me set the record straight. Jalen's not just catching up, he's dominating," Sirianni fired back. "He's rewriting the script and making plays that speak for themselves. You'll see his impact every week, and that's the bottom line." Carter, drafted as one of the most talented defensive prospects in years, has wasted no time becoming a force in the trenches. His disruptive presence has already made him one of the league's most impactful young defenders. For Sirianni, the message was clear: don't underestimate his guy. The parallel between Carter in Philadelphia and Sanders in Cleveland is striking. Both rookies came into the league with doubters. Both are now forcing their way into the spotlight. And both have coaches, once hesitant, now rallying behind them. A season that could define legacies. For Shedeur Sanders, this season isn't just about stats or wins and losses. It's about proving that he belongs in the NFL on his own terms. It's about validating the trust he's now earned from unlikely places. For the Browns, it's about finally breaking free from a history of mediocrity and embracing the possibility that the answer to decades of quarterback misery might already be on their roster. For the NFL as a whole, it's a reminder that greatness can come from anywhere, even the 5th round of the draft. The bottom line: Shedeur Sanders may have been shocked by the support he's suddenly receiving, but Browns fans shouldn't be. He's earned it. Through hard work, humility, and unshakable focus, Sanders has turned doubters into believers. Now, with trust on his side and opportunity within reach, the stage is set for him to step into the spotlight. And if his words are any indication, he's ready for it. "I've earned their trust. Now it's my time." Cleveland has waited 60 years for a quarterback to believe in. Maybe, just maybe, Shedeur Sanders is that quarterback.